Now, so sorry. Good morning, everyone. This is just the first easy reminder or a little heads up that we're going to start in about a minute or two, and we would love for everyone to slowly find their seats and get ready so we can start on time. Also, we are going to broadcast this press conference live, so it would be amazing to not be interrupted by any phones or calls, so please make sure to either put your devices now into silent or airplane mode so we can proceed uninterrupted here on stage. Thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. After 327 incredible games now, where more fans than ever have followed along and filled the arenas around Europe, and we have watched unforgettable and memorable games and incredible action, we can say now one more time that this has been, again, the best Euroleague season ever. And as you can imagine, finding your seats here in Berlin today, that the best of the season is even yet to come. So welcome to the 2024 Turkish Airlines Euroleague Final Four Berlin. My name is Lisa Ramuschkat, and I'm more than excited to welcome you here in my home country in Germany. This is actually the third time around that the Euroleague Final Four takes place here in Berlin, one of the most modern and cosmopolitan cities in the world that will be the epicenter of European basketball this weekend. I invite you all to not only enjoy Berlin as much as you're enjoying the games, but hopefully this press conference as well. And you know that Euroleague's claim or slogan is "Every game matters," and all participating teams have demonstrated how much this claim means throughout this entire season, but obviously this will be even more important and more true looking at the games that are ahead of us this weekend. During the next hour, I will guide you through the program here on stage, and we will have four representatives of the four, so not four, but two of each of the four remaining and competing teams here this weekend who will share their impressions and maybe even a couple of confidential insights. We'll see about that. So let's welcome the four coaches and one player of each team here on stage now. Please put your hands together for, from Real Madrid, Chus Mateo and Walter Eddie Tavares. From Olympiacos Piraeus, Georgios Partsokas and Kostas Papanikolaou. From Panathinaikos Actor Athens, Ergin Ataman and Kostas Lukas. And from Fenerbahce Beku Istanbul, Sarunas Yasikevicius and Nigel Hayes Davis. Good afternoon, gentlemen. Welcome on stage. I hope you're all excited and ready for this weekend, and that's actually what we're going to find out now here on stage, how excited and how ready they really are. I will start out with one question for each of these gentlemen here on stage, and then we'll open up the floor to you, the media. Let's start out right here with me on the left. Chus Mateo, coach. Winning the title here last year and holding first place all over this season, I mean, I'm tempted to say definitely makes you the favorite here and your team this weekend. What would you say is good or bad about the situation for you and your guys?
Well, firstly, I want to say that we are pleased again to be here in the Final Four, another one. And hello to my colleagues and all the legends that are on my left, because I admire a lot all of them. And talking about the question, to be favorite or not, I think that a nice word, why not? But we are not talking about this in any moment in a locker room, because we know that this is something more for the fans, something more for the betting websites and etc. For us, the most important thing is to understand how to win Final Four, to respect our opponents, because we have on Friday a great game against another team with the heart of a champion like Olympiacos that we respect a lot. They are gentlemen on the court, on the bench, and we respect them a lot. And we know that to lift again a trophy, we need to beat them first, an opponent that is amazing. So this is the only thing that we talk in the locker room.
So I'm not sure if you're going to answer that then, if this is the only thing you're talking in the locker room, Eddie. Real Madrid, regardless, has the most Final Four experience of all the teams. How big of a factor is this experience for you guys and your teammates?
I think that's one of the best things we have in our team, to have the experience, to have the guys that can lead us to the tough moments, to come back on the game, and to try to win. I think that's the best thing we have, and that's why we are here every year. That's why we are in this position to try to win. This is another opportunity for us to get a trophy.
Yeah, a shot at the trophy. Coach, your team was really, really close last year, if not to say one shot away from it. Is this extra motivation for you going into this year's Final Four now?
Good evening to everybody. Basically, we are super motivated just being here, in the Final Four, in the fourth best teams in Europe, in Euroleague this year, having the opportunity to compete in this level. So we don't need the extra motivation because what happened last year. We are super motivated just being here to compete, playing against a winning machine like Real Madrid, and giving our best, as we do always as a club, as a team. We have a bunch of players that they are fighters, and we believe in our team.
So you're fighters. Maybe that comes into play for you guys, Kostas, as well. And considering that your Final Four experience goes back even an entire decade, what would you say is the vibe or the mentality that you would like to see within your team this weekend?
First of all, good evening to everybody. I want to congratulate also everybody who's here, all the teams that made it to the Final Four. And I also would like to say that this is a weekend about sports, about basketball, and everybody should focus on that. Other than that, it's tricky sometimes when you try to make more than that you have to. We have an ingredient that brought us here, and we need to base on that and just focus and do the simple stuff like are we doing all the season, and trust the coach plan, and let's see where that gets us. That's the only thing we need to focus on, and of course enjoy the experience that the Final Four gives. Thank you.
Let's see where that gets us. Coach, you promised your fans that you're going to be here in Berlin, and here you are. Do you have more promises for your fans for the days ahead?
Of course, it was a big challenge to get this promise, but I believe the players, I believe the history of the club, that Panathinaikos is one of the biggest, most successful club in the history of the European basketball. And I am proud for myself, for my players, that we were here now. I wish to all of the Panathinaikos supporters to enjoy this Final Four after 12 years. And what can I promise now? I know that everybody are waiting to me, to the players, the 7th star. I can promise to them that we will keep the 7th star in Oaxaca.
Thank you very much. And Coach already mentioned, Kostas, that you guys are back after 12 years now, so probably a meaningful weekend ahead. With your personal experience and success on your shoulders, how are you going to try to transfer this knowledge into the team and the mentality that you need?
First of all, I'm very happy and proud about my teammates, coach, and all the club, because Panathinaikos belongs over here in the highest stage. 12 years are a long time. Now, you asked me about knowledge. There is no knowledge. Also, I feel it's like my first Final Four. All the players have their routines. Just we have to be humble and motivated, and of course hungry for the trophy. That's it.
Thank you very much. And then, Coach, speaking about trophies, you personally were able to gather 4 trophies at the Final Four personally. This is the 4th time for you being here as a coach with the title yet to be gained. Would you say, looking into a weekend like this, that the coaches or the players have the tougher job?
Well, I think the coaches for sure have a tougher job leading up to the Final Four. With so many responsibilities, so many things to take care of, and this is where the coach has. Basketball is becoming the thing number 7, number 8 usually with all the organizational things. The players just have to come and play good. So we are hoping that this is exactly what's going to happen, and hopefully, for all the fans here all over, the world watching, we can put some good performances on the court.
Thank you, Coach. And Nigel, I can imagine that you are going to try to put some good performance on the court here as well, and you've actually have done so throughout this season, meeting some lofty career goals, but I can imagine that the ultimate one would be putting the hands on the trophy right here. How are you planning on doing that? And maybe as a pet lover, did you bring your little cat Sly here, or did he have to stay at home watching from the couch?
Again, as Coach said, congratulations everyone here, happy to be here. In terms of what we can do on the court, like Coach said, you have to play your best. Coach Barcelka said we're 4 of the best teams in Euroleague, and none of us are undefeated up here, which means anyone can be beaten on any night. And our hope is that when we go into the game, that the guys in Fenerbahce uniforms can put together the best performance, and hopefully we can win. And as far as my cat, no, I didn't bring my cat, but I do have some custom shoes dedicated to him that I'll be wearing.
Nice. So, kind of with you after all. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for these first answers. And now we're going to open up the round to the floor. We're going to have colleagues handing out the microphone. If you would like to ask a question, please give us a brief sign. And before you share your question, please say your name and your media outlet or network. Thank you. Who would like to go first? Right there. Thank you very much.
Good evening to everybody. My name is Antonis Kalkavouras, representing Gazeta.gr from Greece. The question is for coach of Panathinaikos, Ergina Taman. Coach, since you are a veteran in the Final Four, this is your 7th time with 3 different teams and 2 cups. This Final Four is really a little bit particular for you because it's the first time that you coach a team different from your country, and you play against a team from your country. What is your feeling in general about this?
Actually, I think that this is not a national team competition. This is biggest European global competitions. And of course, like a Turkish coach, I represent my country, but I represent the Greek team. Even on the opponent team that we play in the semi-final, there is a foreign coach, Lithuanian coach. So I don't believe that this will be any important things. The only important things is that we will play very tough semi-final against one of the another big club, Fenerbahce, with all the respect for the Fenerbahce club, Fenerbahce fans. Will be tough game, and we will try to win the game. Of course, it's my, I think, 5th or 6th Final Four, so it's, I don't have a big emotions because I won 2 times. We won 2 times the cup, so I will try to win one more time. But I know that respect to all my colleagues that they are on the same goal.
Thank you very much. More questions? Yes. Back row, please.
Noemí Fernández, Real Madrid Televisión. Yo quería hacer una pregunta en español para Chus Mateo y para Edi Tavares. Chus, te preguntamos mucho por él, por tu jugador, pero ahora que estáis antes de una cita tan importante, qué supone tener en tu plantilla un jugador como Edi Tavares. Y Edi, preguntarte también cuál es el mensaje que os transmite vuestro entrenador, Chus Mateo, antes de un reto tan especial. Gracias.
I will answer in Spanish.
Sure.
Bueno, para mí, tener a Edi Tavares, no sabría decirte exactamente qué dimensión, ya de por sí grande, nos da Edi a nivel de juego. Es alguien que ahora mismo seguramente condiciona el juego del oponente y condiciona nuestro juego. Nosotros hemos aprendido a jugar con Edi. Queremos seguir jugando con Edi. Edi es seguramente el mejor pívot de Europa, el más determinante. Para mí es pieza fundamental. Tenemos la suerte de compartir junto a él un compañero como Vince Poirier, que ocupa su posición, que también es un jugador muy importante para nuestra plantilla, pero realmente mucho del juego por el que se basa el ataque del Real Madrid y la defensa del Real Madrid es por Edi. A nivel humano no hace falta decir nada de él porque él sabe lo que pienso de él y sus compañeros también lo saben. Es un tipo extraordinario, tan grande como persona a nivel humano como literal a nivel físico, ¿no?
Gracias, Edi.
Bueno, lo que nos transmite Chus siempre es mucha confianza de que tenemos 2 partidos para ser campeón de Europa y que tenemos la posibilidad de hacer algo grande, que es repetir, ganar 2 trofeos seguidos de hace 60 años que un club tan grande como Real Madrid todavía no lo ha conseguido. Esa es nuestra motivación ahora, hacer historia y intentar llegar lo más alto de Europa este año. Es una persona que nos transmite mucha confianza, nos deja jugar como queremos jugar, nos deja comunicarnos como queramos comunicarnos en el campo, pero siempre añadiendo su parte de entrenador y tal, pero siempre nos deja ser libre de pensar y de estar lo más feliz en el campo, de disfrutar del esfuerzo, disfrutar del sacrificio y disfrutar de ese juego que nadie gusta, que es mucho sacrificio, muchas horas para poder ganar el partido. Así que creo que lo que nos transmite muchas veces es eso, de disfrutar sufriendo, disfrutar luchando, disfrutar para ganar un partido, cuando más difícil mejor, y así se disfruta siempre.
Thank you very much. I'm going to point to first row here. Thank you.
Thanks, Emmett Ryan from Ball in Europe. My question, is for Coach Jaskevicius. Coach, you took over your team obviously mid-season, having previously been to the Final Four, having been able to get to know players before season and be able to gel. What was the challenge like this year, having taken over mid-season to get here? Like, how tough was it?
I mean, it's you cannot think any further than the next day, the next practice, the next game. Like I always say about this type of situation, you kind of identify the number 1, number 2 goals that you want to correct about your team. We started with some things slowly. I always say that I do have a veteran team. These guys have seen all kinds of coaches. They've seen all kinds of systems. I don't think that anything what we presented was new. We didn't invent anything, and was very, very lucky to have 3 guys with me that was coaching them before. They knew exactly what we were going to talk about, and in general, just not to put any big expectations on yourself and try to take it day by day. And in our profession, like we say, we try. Hopefully, in the day of the game, we put the product on the court and things work out.
Thank you. Third row here, same wing.
John Natu from Greek National TV. This is for Coach Ataman. Coach, it is not a simple thing to have 12 new players on your team and make it to the Final Four. What it's going to take for you in order to go until the end of the road?
Not very difficult. So if you choose good players with a good character, and if you work well with your staff, to have one new player or to have 12 new player, It's not a big difference for me, and we never scared to put in front of us the big goals, and we arrived the Final Four. Now, of course, when you arrive the Final Four, the biggest goal is to win the title, and now this is our goal.
Thank you. Over there. 2 mics.
There we go. Forget.
Andrew Bernuka, fan-sided question for Coach Bartzokas. Over the summer, you lost quite a bit of star power, and you replaced it by bringing in depth, a team with a lot of versatility, functionality, and you needed it because during the season you had to deal with a lot of injuries and kind of adjust pretty much with a different team week to week at certain times, and this team has found its way back to the Final Four. What do you think has been the key in returning here with a roster that's structured differently than it was from seasons past?
Yeah, this is a very good question. But it's going to be a long answer because we're talking about human beings, and the most important thing for us it was to be in the same page. So we lost very important players from last year, but the club is still here. That means we have a bunch, we have a group of people, not only on the court but outside of the court, that they can transfer, what is the mentality of this club, how humble we need to be, how motivated we have to be, and finally how we have to work all together, sticking together and playing our basketball. I'm really happy that we did it, we make it. It's not easy, it's the first time in the history of club being 3 times in a row in a Final Four, competing with the best teams, best coaches, best players in Europe. The previous 2 times we were unlucky. We lost in the last with buzzer beater in the semi-final and in the final last year. But we are still here. If I have to tell, the secret is that we have unselfish players, players with empathy, players that they care each other, and they respect the shirt, the jersey that they wear.
Thank you. Right here.
Hello, Edvinas Jablonskis, basketnews.com. I have a question for Coach Ataman. Yesterday there was that chaotic arrival to the hotel, and so how would you see it now today when the emotions cool down and maybe you received some kind of, I don't know, apology or explanation from the Euroleague, something like that? Thank you.
I'd like to thank you all people that support to me, starting to Euroleague CEOs, for the German police. And anyway, in that press conference, I don't like to talk about the small accident that happened with some small people that I don't think that they represent all Fenerbahce fans. There was 10, 15 people, 10, 15 provocators that I have a great respect for Fenerbahce club, Fenerbahce fans. So that's all. I don't want to talk about this now because we are here for talk basketball. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's go right here in the middle, back row.
Hello, Nikitas Avgoulis from Nova. Θέλω να ρωτήσω τον Κώστα Σλούκα. Εδώ, Κώστα. Προς τις κάμερες. Εδώ. Λοιπόν, μέσα στη συγκέντρωση και στη ρουτίνα που ακολουθείς για να παίξεις ένα ακόμα Final Four, έχεις συνειδητοποιήσει ότι θα παίξεις στην τρίτη ομάδα, ενώ έχεις παίξει ήδη στις άλλες 2, με τις οποίες έχεις πανηγυρίσει ήδη Ευρωλίγκα. Πώς σου περνάει αυτό από το μυαλό, τι σκέψη σου δίνει αυτή η κατάσταση, το ότι θα αγωνιστείς σε Final Four με τρίτη ομάδα από τις 4, μόνο στην Real δεν έχεις παίξει, και αν αυτό σε κάνει να νιώθεις λίγο πιο έμπειρος, λίγο πιο διαφορετικός, ή είσαι στη ρουτίνα του ημιτελικού και τίποτα άλλο?
Καταρχήν, δείχνει το πόσο τυχερός είμαι, όπου σε μια καριέρα 12-13 χρόνων έχω αγωνιστεί σε πολύ μεγάλες ομάδες, όπως είναι και ο Ολυμπιακός και η Φενέρ. Τώρα, προφανώς, όπως έχετε καταλάβει, οι ομάδες προχωρούν, δεν στέκονται σε πρόσωπα. Αυτό δείχνει και το μέγεθος και των 2 μεγάλων κλαμπ, πόσο μεγάλο κλαμπ είναι.
Για μένα για τον ημιτελικό, όπως είπα και πριν, είναι σαν να είναι η πρώτη μου φορά. Έχω την ίδια ανησυχία, το ίδιο άγχος. Προσπαθώ να προετοιμάσω τον εαυτό μου, το κορμί μου και κυρίως το mentality μου να είναι συγκεντρωμένο στο παιχνίδι. Γιατί όπως καταλαβαίνετε είναι 40 λεπτά αγώνας, όπου όλα μπορούν να γίνουν. Χρειάζεται και την τύχη με το μέρος σου. Και απλά παλεύεις για το καλύτερο δυνατό που είναι να βρεθείς στο τελικό. Αυτό είναι το πιο σημαντικό για μας.
Thank you. In the back, please.
Hello, Gökhan German, Fanatic Newspaper, Turkey. I want to ask Mr. Sarunas Yasikevicius and Nigel Davis, Coach, after you arrived to Fenerbahce, you broke some statistics team records, also individual records by Nigel Davis. And there's another statistics, the other guys have won the cup before, and you two don't have the cup. Can we say you want the title more than the others? And do you think you will break another record that you will be the champion?
I don't know. I don't know how to answer you honestly, because I don't know. I think we will come and try to do our best. You know, there's no question that we didn't expect some of these records. Some things I think we surprised even ourselves when the things were happening. Only after the things happened, we understood. You know, the numbers of assists, the numbers of 3-point shots. Obviously, the Nigel's individual record, you know, we're here to win by 1 point. I will be satisfied winning by 1 point.
And is it working? Okay, from my perspective, it's Coach came in. He started the first day with a drill that we do to try to increase pace and help us, you know, run up and down the court, get the ball in, and then he gave us the confidence that, you know, get to your spots. Do what you need to do. If you're open, shoot the ball. It gives you the confidence to shoot the ball, which is huge. And for the records, it was just a good month, honestly, and it lined up perfectly with the teams we were playing as well. We played a lot of up-tempo teams. It was a lot of high-paced basketball. We had some guys shoot the ball well. Obviously, I had a pretty decent game in there as well. And as far as us having won together, every player up here, every team, every coach wants to win. And as I said before in my answer, it'll come down to it's a Final Four. You never know what's going to happen. And as I've said, I just want the guys in the Fenerbahce jerseys to play their best, and hopefully it's enough for us to win.
Thank you very much. The gentleman on my left, please.
Hello, I'm Valantis Sideris from Kokina.gr. I want to ask Mr. Papanikolaou a question. Olympiacos in Belgrade and Kaunas were the strong favorites because of the season's performance and the fans. This year, he's not the favorite. Do you believe, as captain, that it would be an advantage for the team because of the less pressure maybe on the players?
Less pressure. There is always pressure when you play in the Final Four.
He's asking you to stand up. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I think he didn't finish his question
entirely.
I
finished.
Okay.
There is always pressure when you come to play in the Final Four. When you get so close to the trophy, it's normal that you want to be the team to win it. Yes, we had. I mean, media usually is the one who represent who is the favorite or not. So I don't believe in that. I believe that each team that are here is equally like the same percentage to win the title. Is two games to get to the trophy, and I believe it's a matter of which team will be in the best shape, in the best day. Small details, a bit of luck, because luck is part of sports. This is what defines who's going to be the final winner. And what happened in the previous year, you know, is in the past, and we can't stay in the past. If you want to evolve, if you want to move forward, you just got to look at what's coming ahead, and this is what we're focusing on. Like the previous 2 years, this year again, we will try our best. We want to make our fans happy. We want to make our team happy, you know, and for what we fight in the whole season. And that's one thing for certain is we will give everything on the court to try to accomplish.
Thank you.
Thank you. Further on the left here.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the 4 teams. Congratulations for their achievement. I'm Vasilis Koudis from Greece. I have a question to share with Kostas Papanikolaou and Kostas Loukas. It's not the same question. For Kostas Papanikolaou, Kostas, Giorgos Bartzokas mentioned a few minutes ago the empathy and the other virtues that Olympiacos showed during the season. Apart the empathy or whatever, what do you think, coming from your experience to the Final Four and international basketball, among the abilities of Olympiacos and the so-called Bartzokas basketball, which you consider the most decisive in order not to win the cup, but to beat Real Madrid? And for Kostas Loukas, I like your statement a few minutes ago that you feel like the very first Final Four, although you've been in 11 and now is number 12, including 2 that you didn't play but you attend as Olympiacos member. I would like to ask you, Panathinaikos is, as Saras stated a few days ago, is a classical Ataman team. Do you think that emphasizing to the pick and roll will be, and trying for you guys to execute perfectly the pick and roll, will be the right way to beat Fener? Or do you think, coming from your experience in the Final Four, that there is still room for surprises in the strategic plan? Thank you very much.
Well, apart all the things and all the virtues, like you said, Coach said, I believe, like I said on the opening statement, that we just gotta be ourselves. Yes, we play against Madrid. They are the strongest team this year, and by results and by appearances. But that doesn't mean that they're undefeated or they're somebody that you cannot play against. We respect them a lot. We respect their team, their players. Coach did a great job. But like I said before, and Coach said before, we have a group of guys that we are sticking together, and when we are able to present our way of basketball on the court, we don't have any fear to play against any opponent. And I was talking with Nigel Hayes before we get here, and I was saying to him about the Barcelona game, the 5th game, that that week before we get to the game, it was the best practices we had all season. And everybody was very physical on the practice, and nobody was complaining. Everybody was ready to go for a fight. I can tell you right now, this week before we come here was pretty much the same, and everybody is locked in and ready to go play against a really, really strong team, a really, really great team. But a part of respect, you know, there is a fight that everybody is ready to get in and do whatever it can for the team, for the club, to give an inch, you know, for us to get to the win. And that's the mentality we need to have.
Thank you.
I have a lot of respect for Fener because they're a great team with a great coach, good players, experienced players. That means that it will be a very difficult game. They always go to the games very good, well prepared. They go possession by possession. And I will use my experience now that in this kind of games, tactics in one hand, but the most important is how much you want to win. We talk about rebounds, small things, steal, easy basket, how to use the fouls. This is the most important things in this kind of games. And of course, the personality of the players that they put on the floor, talent and experience and all this. But I say always that luck is a part of the game, especially in one 40 minutes game. And I hope that we'll have luck with us tomorrow.
Thank you very much. Opening up to my right, row 2, please.
Καλησπέρα. Βασίλης Μυρώτης from sportal.gr. Θέλω μια ερώτηση για τον Κώστα και μια ερώτηση για τον coach Μπαρτζόκα. Κώστα, ο coach Αταμάν από την αρχή της σεζόν έλεγε, έβγαζε μια αυτοπεποίθηση ότι η ομάδα του θα είναι εδώ, ότι θα φέρει τον κόσμο εδώ, ότι από 17η θα βγει δεύτερη και πράγματι έπεσε μέσα στην πρόβλεψή του. Κατά πόσο σας πέρασε αυτή την αυτοπεποίθηση και μέσα στα αποδυτήρια, εσάς τους παίκτες, και πόσο σας βοήθησε όλο αυτό? Και μια ερώτηση για τον coach Μπαρτζόκα, επειδή είπατε πριν για τον τρόπο που έχασε ο Ολυμπιακός στα 2 προηγούμενα Final Four. Θέλω να ρωτήσω αν το έχετε ξαναδεί αυτές τις μέρες, τον τρόπο που έχασε, και αν το έχει δει μαζί με εσάς και η ομάδα και αν θα βοηθήσει αυτό. Ευχαριστώ πολύ.
Απαντάω πρώτος, στα ελληνικά. Greek.
You can answer in Greek. Before you answer, I could just interrupt for 1 second. I'm not sure if you're receiving an English translation. I am not. In case we can fix that, maybe we can, but please
I can answer if you want English, no problem for me.
No, it's okay. You choose.
It looks good.
Ο coach Αταμάν γενικότερα είναι αισιόδοξος άνθρωπος, έχει αυτοπεποίθηση και αυτό πηγάζει από τη σιγουριά του για τον εαυτό του, για τη δουλειά του και φυσικά γνωρίζει πάρα πολύ καλά τι μπορεί να κάνει. Έχει καταφέρει πολύ μεγάλα πράγματα στο παρελθόν, έχει κάνει την ίδια διαδρομή με την ΕΦΕΣ, το έκανε και φέτος. Τις πρώτες μέρες που μιλήσαμε μαζί είχαμε συζητήσει ότι πραγματικά το πιστεύουμε ότι μπορούμε να βρεθούμε εδώ. Αν το μεταφέρει αυτό στα αποδυτήρια. Προφανώς και το μεταφέρει στα αποδυτήρια. Όλοι οι παίχτες όταν βλέπουν ότι ο ηγέτης της ομάδας είναι με αυτοπεποίθηση και πιστεύει σε κάτι πολύ μεγάλο, τραβάει όλο το κλαμπ προς τα εκεί. Και βλέπετε ότι ο Παναθηναϊκός πλέον είναι, όπως είπα πριν, στο μεγαλύτερο stage της διοργάνωσης, στις 4 καλύτερες ομάδες, εδώ που ανήκει.
Thank you. Do we have another? Yes, please.
Excuse me, I have to answer in the question. It was part of the question, it was for me.
Sure, sorry about that.
Listen, no, we didn't see any video of the buzzer beater from Vasilij Misic or Sergio Yul. If you ask me, I will tell the players, please don't give the opportunity to Sergio again to dribble with the right hand and take this pull-up jumper. I remember I was in Barcelona a coach and we lost the game for domestic for ACB with exactly the same way. Although that we knew that he will dribble with his right and he will take this pull-up, he made it and he made it last year. So I believe everybody, it was this viral video clip that everybody saw this year. They were in search of Sergio. We don't need to show anything about this. We just need to focus in the important part of the games. Let's hope that if finally, at the end, we will be there, let's hope that we are going to be more lucky.
Sorry about that, Coach. Didn't mean to overrule you. I didn't grasp that. You already got it. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Marius Milašius from 15 Minutes Lithuania. Sorry.
Thank you.
I have a question for coaches Bartzokas, Jasikevičius, and also Kostas Lukas. All of you were a part of Final Four in Berlin in either 09 or 16. What is the first memory that comes to your mind when you think about those Final Fours? Thank you.
Excuse me, which Final Fours?
2016 in Berlin.
I was with Lokomotiv Kuban. Yes, and Kostas was with Fenerbahce. Yeah. It wasn't the same situation. We were the Cinderella of local. This year made something amazing. Just being here in Berlin. We competed versus the European champions CSKA Moscow in the semi-final, and it was like I always say, your first appearance in the Euroleague Final Four is always really strange. All these situations with the media, the spotlight of European basketball, and of course the way that you need to play the games without exaggerating anything, just doing exactly the same thing that you do the whole season. You need more than one time, to win the trophy. It's very difficult for someone who is a newcomer in this stage to win the trophy. Not impossible, but very difficult. So. And also I was fan of Olympiacos here in 2009, here as a fan, watching in Berlin Olympiacos versus Panathinaikos in the semi-final. So Berlin is a fantastic city. I'm sure that the organization is going to be great. Let's say that the memory for me is going to be different this year, winning the title.
Thank you.
I'm next. What I remember about 2009, the best Final Four. No, this is what I remember. The best Final Four in quality, the best Final Four in games, 4 games coming down to the last shot. As crazy as it sounds, I just pulled up to the arena, and I understand it's Uber Arena now. I think when we won, it was 0-2, because now I see this thing 0-2 World over there. I think it was Mercedes-Benz before. So now I said Uber, okay, very nice. Costas told me on the way to the stage that he was left out of the 12 for that semifinal. I didn't know that. By the way, Ergin, you should think about this strategy for tomorrow. Maybe also, think about it. I mean, I know he's a pretty good player, but maybe you can leave him out,
I think because, when we beat you in Oaxaca this year, Costas was injured. He was out of the team. So maybe you think again.
So don't change what's working, for you. So yeah, a lot of things change. A lot of things change, obviously. Like I said, Uber. I didn't realize it's Uber Arena now, and Costas,
The most important thing is that you know where the court is and how to get there. More questions? Yes.
There is you asked me also me, right? I have to answer, right?
Sorry.
Some minutes ago, I said to Coach Saras that 2008-9, I was here out of the 12 in Olympiakos, and I can say that watching him, because he was one of my idols as a point guard, as you know, a great point guard, was something incredible to see. Also, that team of Panathinaikos, believe, was the best team ever in Euroleague with this kind of rosters. 2016, me with Fener, we lost after an incredible final. We were losing 20 points in the halftime. Finally, we go overtime with Kriapa tip, and after we lost in overtime, it was something really bad, and I remember until the end of my life. Now, what I can say, very proud about my team, and
hello, everybody. Congrats to all the teams that made it. Giorgos Efkarpidis from Americanos 24. My question is for the respective captains of both Olympiakos and Panathinaikos. You guys have shared a lot of success throughout your careers, starting from the early national team days representing Greece. You've been exceptional role models for younger generations. How surreal is it for both of you to be here right now representing the 2 biggest clubs in Greece as captains? After all these years of competing at the highest level in the Euroleague, Costa, you also went to the NBA. How surreal is it for both of you to be here representing Panathinaikos and Olympiakos respectively?
First of all, I believe that it's really important and really big for Greek basketball to have 2 representatives in the Final Four. It's in general good for Greek sport, for the young kids to see and get involved with the game of basketball. Other than that, I played against Kostas in 2017, that he was in Fener. It was a painful moment for us, losing to the final. This is sports, this is everybody trying to do his best. It's going to be each one of us is going to fight for his team for the 40 minutes on the court, and just like I said before, enjoy. It's all about sports. It's not about anything else. And this is what we're focusing on. And this is what we want to do at the end of the day: play basketball and compete on the highest level. If fate or life or anything bring us against each other, still it's sports, and I will fight for my team, and I'm guessing Kostas will do the same. So that's the beauty of it for me.
To be Olympiakos and Panathinaikos in the Final Four is something incredible for Greek basketball, and show that both teams are in the highest level, as you see. If you ask me about last summer, I took a really difficult decision for many, many reasons. I'm very happy that I made it, and I can say one word that represents me is motivation. Motivation always had in my mind and is following me all my career. When I don't have motivation, I'll stop. With all respect to all the teams, Panathinaikos, as I said many times over here, deserve to be in the highest stage. 12 years were a big time, and now we have to enjoy that moment and to look forward against a good team in the semi-final.
Maybe someone who hasn't spoken yet. Thank you.
Josh Alickman from Sports Rabbi. A question for Nigel Hayes-Davis. We just took a trip down memory lane. You've played in Final Fours before with Wisconsin. Came up on the losing end of the stick. How do you feel about going into a Final Four now that's professional, not college? And how do you use the experience that you had almost a decade ago in two teams that were really stacked, both that Wisconsin and Duke teams, going into this experience?
Sir, would you be so kind and everyone to present your questions standing, please? That would be very nice. Thank you.
What I can say is the biggest thing is to enjoy where you are. It's very hard to get here, so you don't want to take it for granted. Always be appreciative and humble that we're here, and then also know that these games come down to, as Coach has said, to the details. It's the rebounds, loose balls. Those are the plays that when you go to sleep after losing, or a year from now, or 2 years from now, when you think about why you lost the game, you think about that rebound that you should have got if you'd have taken that extra step, or if you'd have been in the right spot. And being here now professionally, this is my second Final Four. It was another one with Charlotte in Barcelona, but this one I have more of a prominent role. And really what I'm just looking forward to is making sure that I can perform my best. As Coach said, in our profession, you train, and then when the game comes, is the opportunity to earn your reward for all the work that you put in. So, I just want to make sure that I can put my best performance tomorrow and try and help my team.
Very well. Let's give the microphone to front row on my right.
Hello, Chris Saldas, Portal.gr. Question for Coach Jaskevicius. You already have experience from Final Four as a coach with Žalgiris and Barcelona. What did you learn from those Final Fours, and how you try to work that experience, how you try to force that experience in this Final Four for your team?
Listen, every situation is different. I mean, I cannot really pinpoint what I learned, what I didn't learn. I learned from one Final Four all the details that we are talking about. One rebound, one box out, one badly made foul can make a difference. From another Final Four, you think pretty simply, you just need to hit some shots. So it's always there. The biggest thing that I'm saying is just in life, you need to give yourself opportunities as much as you can. We are very happy that we at this stage right now. We gave ourselves an opportunity after an incredibly tough series against Monaco. So here we are again, going to try to take advantage of this opportunity like the other three teams, I'm sure.
Thank you very much. On my left.
Hello, Aris Adonopoulos for Όλα Πράσινα. I have a question for Coach Ataman. Panathinaikos is in the Final Four for the first time since the era of Zeljko Obradovic. How do you feel about this achievement, and do you feel that you have broken the curse that many people said existed? Thank you very much.
No, I don't believe about this. I only believe to my players, to the club, with big emotions of the fans that believe to us until the first day that I arrived to Athens. And now it's a new era, new players, new staff, and we are proud to be here.
Thank you. The coach in the back, the gentleman, in the back standing.
Thank you so much for that. And this is Ilija Kovačić from Sport Club Serbia. First of all, I want to wish everybody luck in this Final Four. I feel sorry for Coach Matteo and Walter Tavares since they didn't say a word for a long time. No questions for defending champions. So I would like to ask them, like everybody say, it's harder to defend than to win it first time. How do you feel about that?
We are not defending the title. We got this title on our club. So we are going to try to get another one. We are not defending nothing. Now it's a new tournament, and the 11th is ours. No question. So now we got just one game in front of us that is a semi-final. We don't think that nothing else. We don't want to go further. Just think on the semi-final and respect the opponents, and let's try to beat them on the court, and that's it. No more.
It's like you said, it's the past. Now we've got to focus on the future and focus on win another one, hopefully. So we're going to try to do our best to win. But nobody going to remember what happened yesterday. So everybody going to remember what happened now and in the future.
Thank you very much. We got about 10 minutes left, so maybe 3 questions. Yes, thank you.
Wait, Antonio Lamolda from Movistar Plus. My question is for Chus Matteo and Eddie Tavares. Well, in this era of Euroleague, in this format of regular season, you finished first, but nobody has won the Euroleague after finishing first the regular season. I want to know how do you use it to choose to put your players in a better position to win? And if you think that these kind of things makes or helps the team to keep hungry, to keep this way of competition that makes Real Madrid in this whole years.
We are still hungry, and we don't think what happened in the past. We don't think if someone that was first in the regular season is not going to win. We are going to win. We are here to win. We are here to win the semifinals first. And nothing what happened in the past is something that is gonna conditioning the rest of the Final Four. So we are here with the mentality to forget what happened in the regular season, what happened last year, and just think in one game. This is what we are thinking now.
And my response is easy. I think if any team can do that, it's Real Madrid. So we're gonna try to do our best to win the game.
Thank you very much. In the back, in the middle.
Hello, Gökhan German, Fanatic Newspaper again. Ben Koç Ergin Ataman'a sormak istiyordum. Koç, göreve geldiğinizde hedefi Final Four olarak koydunuz. Bu büyük bir hedefti çünkü bir önceki yıl takım 17.'ydi ve Final Four olarak büyük bir hedefe koydunuz. Çoğu insan da yani Panathinaikoslar buna inandı belki ama diğer basketbol camiası bunu büyük bir hedef olarak gördü ve bu hedefe ulaştınız. Hedefe ulaştıktan sonra da genelde bir rahatlama olur takımlarda. Bu takım oyuncularını yeni hedef için motive etmekte zorlandınız mı yoksa motive misiniz şu anda tekrar bu yeni hedef için?
Panathinaikos'ta çalışıyorsanız hiçbir hedefe vardıktan sonra rahatlayamazsınız. Çünkü Panathinaikos şampiyonluklara alışkın bir kulüp. Onun için de taraftarımız bizden önce playoff istiyordu, sonra Final Four istedi. Şimdi de 7. yıldızı istiyor. Onun için benim takımı motive etmeme gerek yok. Onlar zaten bütün takım bunun bilinci içerisinde. Rakiplerimize büyük bir saygımız var ama bizim için de tabii ki şampiyonluk en büyük motivasyon.
Thank you. The gentleman in the beige jacket, thanks.
Donatas Rubinas, basketnews.com. My question to all 4 head coaches: if you have a chance to change one thing about the Final Four event and experience, what would it be?
Leave this press conference quicker.
We're almost done. We're almost done.
Crowd favorite.
Any other coaches?
No, I don't think that we have to change nothing because this is not our job. Our job is to work on the team, and I don't want to I don't have an opinion about it.
Okay, Sarah's finished the question. You finished the press conference.
Don't be political.
All
Say
right.
what you think.
I see one more question in that block.
Alberto Manzagaglio, Eurodevotion. I have a question for Coach Chus Mateo and Eddie Tavares. This will be the last dance of a champ like Rudy Fernandez. How do you live it? And I mean, how do you see him in these days?
No, he's extra motivated, probably for this reason. We all know that he's gonna leave the professional basketball from the summer probably, and we will try to give him the last trophy for him. This is one of the reasons, because we are trying to fight. We are fighting, and of course for him and Gavidek, that is not going to be with us, is another of the reasons, because we are going to fight together.
I think that is one of our motivation and my motivation, because as a fan, he's one of my favorite players. What he do on the court, what he do off the court. So for me, is one of the biggest motivation to end his career, to win the Euroleague trophy, one of the big trophy in Europe. So I'm going to try to do my best to make him win the Euroleague on the last season.
Thank you very much. I had the question over there. Do we have the microphone as well? Thank you.
Toprak from Basket Dergisi. Congratulations to all coaches and players. My question is to Mr. Chus Mateo. Coach, you defeated by Fenerbahce 2 times in this season, and there is a possibility to face with them in the finals. What is your comment on that?
I can't comment nothing, because it's so far. First we have to beat Olympiacos, that deserve all my respects, and we are going to think only in Olympiacos, nothing else.
Thank you very much. Second row.
Hello, good luck to you all. First of all, Burak Balaban from Maçkolik, Turkey. My first question will be for Coach Mateo. When we recall the past Final Fours, CSKA Moscow in 2012, Olympiacos in 2010, and recent great Barcelona teams, they all came here as the favorite and then faced the shocks, faced the upsets. So, as our lovely host implied, you are the favorite for the Final Four, and you were since the day one this season. So is it adds an extra pressure, or do you think it's a disadvantage of this season at that point?
No, as I told you at the beginning of the press conference, the word favorite is more for fans, and is more probably for betting websites or something like this. For us, this word doesn't mean nothing, because we know perfectly. We got too many players that got the experience to play Final Four and knows what it happens if you think that you are much better than the others. This is a stupid mistake, and we know that we are not the best team between these 4 teams in a Final Four. Sport sometimes gives you some lessons that you have to learn as soon as possible. You never have to underestimate nobody. And this is something that I want to transmit to my players, to my club, that knows perfectly what happened if you think that you are much better than the other. No, you have to fight every minute if you want to get a title like we did last year. This is something that we used to do, and we are not going to lose it in this Final Four.
Thank you very much. And a question to Coach Šarūnas Jaskevičius. Coach, a similar question, but to the other side. You had great pressure with the Barcelona teams coming to the Final Four to win it back. So is it a bit more refreshing for you than to not, already achieving something big, to taking Fenerbahce to Final Four and more relaxed as you are?
No, not at all. I always say to my players in all the meetings, I want all the pressure on us. I want all the responsibility on us. At the same time, agree 100% with all the coaches here, agree with all the, agree with Chus here. You have to go out and fight maximum. For me, it's not important at all. Was never important if we were favorites last year. I don't care who is the favorites this year. everything in life you have to prove it on the court in our business.
Thank you very much. And this actually was our last question. You made it. You did it. Thank you for everyone for your questions. Thank you so much for your answers as well. And yeah, to all fans and media watching, thank you so much for being with us as well. Follow the Final Four action through all the EuroLeague channels this weekend, because these days, more than ever, every game matters. Thank you. All right. And now we will clear the stage and get the trophy into the middle for one final Class of 2024 EuroLeague picture.
Δεν σου είπα. Πρωτότυπα πράγματα. Los 4 coaches no los tienes juntos solos. One step back, one step back, one step back, one step back. Okay. Handshake, please. Handshake. No. No. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Gracias.